Welcome on board. We're in Hamburg at the Airbus facilities and we've just gotten on board the new Airbus A321LR, the first one that Etihad is taking delivery of later today at a special ceremony, and then we're going to be flying on the ferry flight to Abu Dhabi tomorrow morning. Should be a really exciting experience. Get to test out these seats for a few hours, and it's really cool getting to see the inside of this cabin for the first time. What you're watching now is a sort of intro quick video that we're going to put out as soon as possible in order to give you a sense of what this cabin looks like and feels like, and then later on we'll put out a bigger video about the whole event, the ceremony, the ferry flight tomorrow, the trip down to Abu Dhabi, hopefully get some cockpit content for you too. So a lot of different angles to this. Really exciting to be in Hamburg for me for the first time at the Airbus facilities here. Check out the economy class. They've done the cabin up really nicely, and I feel a little bit bad sitting in any of the seats because it's so nicely put together with the blanket and the pillow, but we do want to try out these seats if possible. We're at row 25. I'm gonna just take a little seat, hopefully it's fine. And yeah, this seems like probably regular economy, a very decent and dignified amount of legroom, as I would expect. Quite comfortable and nice. We'll take a look here.
In modalità A3.
Now we'll head up to the economy extra legroom seats. You have exit rows here, row 18 and 19, and then up front you have the Etihad extra legroom economy, which has a nice bit of extra legroom up here toward the front of the economy cabin. You can take a look here. Not surprising that everybody is crammed into the business class section, and the first class up there looks really nice. That is the star of the show, of course. That's where everyone wants to be. Good to take a look at this stuff too. They have some of the service items out so you can take a look. And let's see if we can take a little seat in one of the business class seats. Here we're up to row 8, that's the last row. And we'll climb in here. And it's very much what you'd expect from Etihad. It has that whole Etihad fit and finish, look and feel. Armani Casa blanket and other products. Quite a nice screen in front. Everything you would expect to find stepping on board a Etihad wide-body flight, and that's the idea I think they've gone for here, is to replicate as much as possible that feeling on a wide body, because these A321LRs will fly potentially quite long routes, multiple hours, several hours, and they want people to feel a kind of seamless transition between wide body and narrow body, which makes a lot of sense. And I would say for a narrow body, this is very, very nice. I appreciate also that it's reverse herringbone, looking out toward the window, as opposed to many of these A321s that you see with all aisle access pods. They've gone for the herringbone layout where your back of your head is to the windows. For me personally, I don't prefer it. This is much nicer to be able to look out without craning your neck. One important aspect of this seat that I'm noticing is that the footwell is quite spacious, even back here. It's not one of the special seats up front where you have extra space. This is looking like a lot of space for your feet. Kind of non-claustrophobic A321LR footwell is a real win for sure, because I've been on several that do not offer that. And every seat has the same amount of space. It's open, it's not enclosed under someone else. Really a nice touch. On on these aircraft, the most special feature, I think, is that the first row, it's 2 seats, 1 on each side, are a first class seat with extra legroom, extra space. You also have a door that can close that's unique. In the rest of the cabin, you don't have the door. You have a little buddy seat and just a whole lot more space. We've seen other examples of this implementation at Airbus, and they're not always called first class, but Etihad is trying to offer a first class product on these planes because they will fly long routes, and it does look very comfortable for sure. Looks like some really nice bedding to go along with the extra space. You have that larger foot area, and even more because you have this space over here that's just open, where someone else can sit or where you can kind of stretch out, put your stuff. Just have a lot of extra room to move, and this door for extra privacy would be really nice. We'd like to try this out on a proper longer flight. All right, there you have it, Etihad's A321LR. It's looking beautiful inside, 3 class, special first class section in the front. I hope I get to try that at some point. We'll definitely be flying in the business class seat tomorrow down to Abu Dhabi, and should be really cool to see how it is in the air, in action. We'll bring you more of that in the next video, of course. A lot more detail about the service and the experience on board, what it feels like, and the arrival into Abu Dhabi with some flight deck stuff, I hope. So stay tuned for that. It's coming out really soon. Thanks for joining on this quick one. Hope you enjoy getting a little taste of what Etihad is bringing to the skies in their long-range A321neos for Flight Radar 24 in Hamburg. I'm Gabriel Lee.